There's a well-known story in泉州. It says that back to the Tang Dynasty, a highly respected monk asked Huang Shougong, a rich landlord in the town, to donate his mulberry plantation and courtyard to build a Buddhist temple. Huang promised that as long as the mulberry trees came into white lotus, he would dedicate the land. 3 days later, white lotus miraculously bloomed on mulberry trees. Huang kept his promise of donation, and the Kaiyuan temple was then built on it.
I always thought this was just a legend. However, the泉州Cultural Relic Protection Unit tells us it is not impossible.
自然环境里面如果长期的阴雨天气，那这个木桩树头上面会长出各种菌类嘛。那它这个可能就是说长期阴雨天气，突然间出太阳，它会菌类出来。那我们史书上那个中医药学里面，白木耳它叫白莲花了。那你满园的桑树尽开白莲花，哎呀，这个是一种瑞相。
Without Mr. Huang's donation, there might not be this ancient temple, nor would the twin pagodas stand here firmly. The east and the west pagodas are the twin stone pagodas in China, which enjoys the longest history. They are also the crucially important landmarks in the old town of泉州. There is also one pagoda not far away from here. It is not that famous as the twin pagoda, but it's also very important. Abe, 你好。
你好。
我可以看一下你家的定心塔吗？
行啊，欢迎啊。
哇，这是我第一次看到这座塔。Wow, this is what I'm looking for.泉州was the center of the world maritime trade in Songyuan dynasty, and this pagoda was the center of the old town of泉州.
The history of Chengxin Pagoda can be traced back to the Ming Dynasty some 400 years ago. It said that there were 7 city gates in泉州at that time. The pagoda was on the center point of the world urban layout.
明万历年间，我们泉州有一个大地震，非常大，8点几级啊。那地震过后，民心乱，民心乱，它建这个塔，第一宗意是定民心、保平安的。哦。你看这边明万历年间的万还清清楚楚哦。
哦，万历。
万历年间的啊。这边是乾隆14年重修。
哦，乾隆14
年重修。
Mr. Shao says that his family has lived here for over 5 generations. Dingshin Pagoda was not originally part of this yard, but has been incorporated in for the sake of protection for many decades. Mr. Shao has taken the responsibility as a voluntary conservator for over 30 years.
我带你到楼上，还有一个景观是非常漂亮的。
好，好。
Every time when tourists come to visit, Mr. Shao will never get tired of telling them the stories about the pagoda and the old town.
我住在这边整天守着3座塔。哇！一个是承天塔，还有一个东西塔。哇！看得清清楚楚的。
是啊，对。然后那些什么教堂啊，这样子环顾。
According to historical records, there had been more than 100 ancient pagodas built in泉州ever since the Tang Dynasty. In present days, there are still over 50 ancient pagodas existed in泉州. They stand in the hustle and bustle, even within the courtyard of an ordinary residence. They are not museum collections, but part of everyday life. They are so close to the people and make us so close to the history.